You two getting into confrontations here will not go over well. He moves his hand my way. On your news, our Principal Scoots would go easy. His hand slowly moves over to Arya. Arya, however, why isn't there an ellipses? He's obviously trailing. There should be a comma there. You know better. You know how easy it is. You're repeating. You know how easy it is for the principal to throw you out of all the trouble you've caused last year. What the hell did she do? You got along in the past. What happened between you two? Between the principal or Trinity? Were they friends before? They must have mixed as much as oil and water. I mean, judging by how they talked, I imagine that they had a boyfriend and that boyfriend just cheated on them or something. Aya looks to the floor, shutting her eyes. It was nothing, Mr. Wiltz. I had it under control. Let's go with Olivia. It was nothing, Mr. Wiltz. I had it all under control. That's not what I saw. Silence. Should I say something? Should I do something? Okay, listen. The conversation between, where apparently this decision doesn't matter either. But the decision in Wani is mostly about the fact that Inko, he's fucking terrible at talking. He does not have the skills to defuse the situation. Maybe not. Let's just see where it goes. And otherwise, you get this. Mr. Will, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She got under my skin. So, oh yeah, it does have a couple points where there's like a double layer of shading. Like, I get it, but like, why isn't on the inner leg here? That should also have double shading. Watch me swoosh right in. What a slick McDick. You've come a long way, Alia. You've been in my class all 4 years. We've only just started the 4th, man. Don't think I haven't been paying attention. Or your size or shoulder slumping down. I won't discuss this in front of you. Do not let all that progress go to waste. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Good. Ugh. Stop looking like... Why are you looking at a wall? Now there, a little something to cheer you both up. Here we go, fresh, uncut crack cocaine. It'll put a spring in anyone's step. Reaches under his desk, opening what sounds like a mini fridge and taking out 2 candy bars. Candy bar. A cute smile quickly appears on her face. Her hood is growing, and she lifts her shoulders. The brand on the wrapper reads Brick-It Bar. One is of a normal flavor, but the one he hands Alia it says, with honey. I didn't know snakes liked honey. Wouldn't it be with like little dead mice in it? She can share it with Danny. She strips the bar from his hand, quickly unwrapping it and skipping away. I'm supposed to have class with you, Alia. Mr. Wiltz chuckles. If you want to get closer to her, I suggest buying plenty of that chocolate. That's a weird thing to say. Although be careful how you give it to her. Ha! Nearly took my hand off in sophomore year. She would have been arrested and given the death penalty, but it would have been funny. It's actually some good advice. She is, after all, an animal and not a reasonable, rational human being, capable of controlling herself. Like with Olivia, it's that she's a little gremlin. So there's like that energy of, yeah, of course she's fucking awkward about it. But Alia seems human enough that I'm baffled if she's that animalistic. Although it seems to be that way. And weirdly enough, it is only Alia who's described and portrayed as this animalistic thing. Like Zelda and Danny are extremely human. I hope she won't think I'm bribing her. Why won't? Why not? I hope she doesn't think. Like, I know it's a future, whatever. How about I get you started? He slides another candy bar over to me. Dude, it's fucking candy. He's 18. He probably has an allowance or some money set aside. Or he could be like, hey parents, can you buy me this candy bar? The same honey-filled ones that he slid over 1 bar. And somehow it's the same honey-filled ones. I feel like it should be the same honey-filled one. Like it's a single. I don't know. This is complex set of structures. I go to take it from his hands. And other wrist grabs me and leans forward a little and whispers, oh my fucking god. He is going to say like, I filled up with crack cocaine and THC for that little extra kick. She needs a friend. Dude, you can't just tell your students to do this. Like, the reason Ayatacon tells Olivia is because Olivia is, like, trusts him, and whatever. I thank you. I won't let you down. It's kind of weird. Like, I'm already obviously trying to be... What are you talking about, man? Why are you butting in? He waves me off. I go over to my bag, unzipping it and finding my clothes. The class is over? How long were you outside of the classroom? I put the honey one in the pants pocket. Why don't you just put it in your backpack? This is such a, like, I'm setting it up for later. The rest of the... Who fucking holds onto a candy bar in their pocket? It's gonna melt. Your human body is constantly melting that chocolate. I've been smoking D&D daily. Need to make sure when the eventual vampire encounter happens, they get stunned. The rest of the class goes by fast, and she's feeling in high spirits, so we walk home together again. People start to notice, giving us weird looks, calling me egg layer or whatever. We don't pay them any mind, we're just enjoying each other's company. You should save the candy bar for a good time. Don't say it like that. Oh, and I spend time together in lunch and dance class over the coming days, because I have 4 classes, and every day is exactly the same. Mr. Wiltz is like giving dance class 20 times a week. Why do I have the hiccups? She should have hung up to me. Much to Danny's surprise. Oh yeah, it's after actively making conversation and beginning to smile more. The hell? A few weeks later, it is apostrophe. It's verb, not possessive. The day to help set up the fair. I dress up in my usual attire. I have 1 set of clothing. Even Anon is like specific that he has multiple. I don't even think Inko really talks about that too much either. I mean, to be fair, it is a jacket. He probably washes it. I look at myself in the mirror, give her a confident smile before striking a pose. I am one handsome beast. Holy shit, it's some confidence. Characteristic. Try a couple of codes in front of the mirror and laugh at how ridiculous I look. Ding dong! It's not the bell from Snoot. I don't want to hear it. Alright, Aya said she'd meet me and we walked to the carnival together. Or was it the fair? What's the difference? What the fuck is this music, man? All my viewers are gone. You're laughing, but his apes are gone. This music's so swanky. Open my front door. Oh yeah, it's at the bottom of the few steps there are. Giving plenty of room between us. I'm not an axe murderer, I promise. I know Yadakon did that, but I can't even lift an axe. Chuckled a bit while locking my door. This neighborhood is terrible. I mean, no one's ever home, but just wanting to be sure. Wait, is she being serious? Listen, I carry the axe around because I'm a lumberjack. I'm not trying to murder you. It's not even sharp enough to kill a man. Just break the bones. I think I can see my concern is giving her small laugh. I'm kidding. We have to go this way anyway, so why not? What are you talking about? Fair? Yeah, you're going to one. I get next to her. Stop making our way down. Making my way downtown. Do you think the fair will be any fun? Fairs are notorious places for people to be bored and horribly disenfranchised. Better be. Danny's forcing me to go. This early? If he's interested in going, he'll do his best to drag one. Aren't you preparing for the fair? Or they're thinking ahead, I guess. So you go along with it? If it gets him off my back, he is persistent. That's for sure. He loves sharing anything he has an interest in. Only way to bring us together as a group. Do you need that, though? You really seem close enough as is. I'm looking around the neighborhood, taking anything new that I hadn't noticed around here. I could see on a buckle something with a click. You want to try riding? Oh my, so forward. Music sounds like from a gangster game, probably a free one. This background looks like kind of a flash game. Man, I can't wait to deal some pot to these stupid teens in this suburbia. We oddly know each other, and I'd like to point out that this man is such a hornball that when saying riding, I know riding is it can be a sexualized term, but I don't know what kind of fucking pervert you gotta be to have someone in a casual context say, want to try riding? And your idea is, I'm gonna ride? Dude. What the fuck is What is this man? This Joko is mysterious enough as is. Oh, I can hardly stand on my own 2 feet. Man, this guy's got some shit feet. Let's get ourselves an point. And also set persistent game completed to true. No way I could stand on a piece of wood on wheels. Oh, your last shaking her head. Told you, I'll hold you while you get used to it. I promise I won't let go. Just like during dance class. Walk, pussy out. Why is there no space here? Also, why do you feel the need to call it pussying out? Like, you're giving me a hint as to what the right answer is? Come on! Where's the fun? Giving her a nervous nod, she sets her board down on the ground and sets her foot on the front wheel so that I don't take off with it. She motions me towards her, leaving her hands outstretched, waiting mine. Why doesn't she use her tail for this? Feels more logical. A little more hands-off in a way. I place my hand on hers, put it in the small of his back, just kind of guide him along. I look down, placing one foot on the board. I look back up at her. She nods in approval. I start shifting my weight onto the board. The board starts to shift a little. Quickly plant my other foot on the board due to my panic, fully expecting to fall. Listen, First off, is her tail coming out of her asshole? Because the tail connects to the spine. The tail is an extension of the spine. Her spine goes like whoop, whoop, and then perpendicular to her spine goes her tail. That's how your butthole works. Also, remember how I keep saying that Un looks like a fucking child? He looks like a fucking... like he's 5 years old. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna let you digest this image. Listen, I'm fine with most of what's going on here, but like, holy shit. Un's anatomy actually does look a little better in this. Alya's is kind of fucking all over the place, but Un looks kind of alright. Probably traced compared to the rest, but... I think I'm gonna need an adult. I just want you to absorb this scene. Okay? That's your homework for today. Also, listen, I know it's hard to draw tails like this, but you want to know a cute little sneaky trick you can use for this? Kailu! I guess Kailu did grow up. Oh, shit. Oh. If you want to draw a tail that properly tapers, a good way to do it is to take a big brush and make it so that the brush can only shrink over distance. I don't know, there's ways to do this. And then just paint in the brush or sketch over it from there. Come on. There's ways to do this. Learn some tricks. Also, she looks terrible, but like he looks so fine. He looks so like alright. It's so weird. Aya tightens her grip around my torso, stabilizing me. She's holding you like she's your mom. She looks like a fucking mom. Right down to the mom jeans. I stare into her sapphire eye. Motherfucker, you leave me out of this. You leave me out of this. I stare into her blue eyes. The sun capturing them perfectly. Why is she looking in the sun? Making them sparkle as if they were calm. They mentioned Safi. I got name dropped. As if they were a calm ocean. They're softer than they were before. More caring. See? I got you, little Timmy. I got you, Vinny. It's fine. God, she looks like such a mom. It's just... Come on, Kailu. Let's go skating. She slowly pulls me along. This is not what people mean when they want someone with mommy energy. Not if they're both in high school. Same year. Ugh. Each time I start to lose balance, she stops, keeps her promise, and holds me steady. It'd be funnier if she just shoves you to the ground, but breaking trust like that's a bad idea. By the time we get to the fairground, I finally got the hang of staying balanced. She tries to teach me to push off with one foot, but when I tried, the board shot out from under me and into some grass. Sorry. Don't be, I was expecting that to happen eventually. Also, why does her hook look like it's a fucking hook hand? Why is it such a, like, crooked hook? Like, a tail is not... I can't imagine that's comfortable to hold. She picks up a board and hangs on to it while I walk up to the decorating table where Freddy is waiting. Balloon burst! Also, who the fuck announces their ice cream like this? Ice cream! Also, these are two different sides. Here's ice cream like this, and here's ice cream like that. Like, you know, vertically horizontal. What are we doing? You wanna know what my real issue is? It's soaked. Oon, you should have brought some big ol' Wellingtons if you want to walk through this. Hey, happy you could make it. Happy to help. I thought you were explicitly not happy to help. This place is looking good already. The volunteers have already hung up most of the streamers and banners. You know, just look at the background. Look at all those streamers and banners. Like, would it kill you to talk about the things actually there? Like, look, the flags are already set up. And we already got all the banners put up over the buildings. The standees. Now we got the garbage bins taken care of. Why don't you two finish up with those 2 boxes? Where at? Here's the map. You need a fucking map? I mean, I guess it's... Who is organizing this fair? The school, right? How could the school organize a fair so big that it occupies enough space that you need a map? What grounds are used for this? Here's the map. The last place that needs to be set up is on the eastern end. I mean, I guess it's probably more of like a schematic map of like, this is where we need things to be than anything, which is fair enough, but it's kind of weird that Freddy would have... I mean, I guess it makes sense. I don't know, but at this scale, it does feel like it would be something the adults would organize without the teenagers being involved. Unless they like, you know, they're like Liz and they really want to learn about organization. Event organization. Let's get started. There should be a ladder over there for the higher areas. We pick up the boxes and head on over to the place on the map. Walking through the half-set-up fair, we see the other workers setting up tents, lights, games, and stands of all sorts. Why the fuck what are you doing again? Why are the teenagers here? I started to get excited though for looking at all the fun games that we will hopefully be able to play. Ooh, I know that in that art you look like you were 6 years old, but you're not 6 years old, man. You're like 3 times as old as that. Wow, look at that huge tent. I wonder what'll be in there. Well, considering all the shit we've seen so far, your penis is in there. We already know what you're up to. Pervert. Probably where the gladiator jousting will be. It's the main event. What? That over there. It looks like some mirrors. Those are just mirrors. Maybe a funhouse or a maze. I've been, you know, you want to know something funny? I've been in a mirror maze once, and I can tell you, Jesus Christ, that shit, wow. I don't know if I'm just bad with mazes, but I was like, man, I'm lost. Help! Help! Then again, I probably should have employed actual strategy instead of just walking around like an idiot. It helps to have a map, they say, but also helps to have a plan. This place is going to rock. I'm 18 years old, and I'm impressed by a mirror maze and a tent. Shouldn't he be like, man, gladiator jousting? That sounds awesome! This man parties and wants to skateboard and wants to have a punk rocker girl. Come on. If the food is good. They had one of these a couple of years ago, but they cheaped out on the food. I was wondering if this was annual. It seems really expensive to do it on an annual basis. How can you have a fair and cheap out on the food? It's one of the best parts. So the school is organizing this? Are people paying for this or what? Because a fair, I don't know, man. It's all novelty stuff anyway. Nothing you would eat on a regular basis. It's all pop-up. It's all leftovers from the Kirby pop-up cafes in Japan. They just ship that shit over and reheat it and it's good. You never know what you'll find. I feel like you're not cynical enough about this, given your age. A fair's where I found out spider hot dogs exist. Have to make it some on my next camping trip. Spider hot dogs? Dude, you can't say that about spiders. My aunt is a spider. Oh yeah. You cut off the bottom half of it and slice into 8 slices. What bottom half? You mean you cut it in half and then the bottom, oh, whatever, and it curls up when you cook it to give it legs. This is very obviously you're supposed to cut the actual sausage in half and then you cut the bottom halves of those, like the inner halves. You mean octodogs? No, it's spider dogs. They have 8 legs, like an octopus. I thought they were octopus hot dogs, because it looks like a hot dogs when they look an octopus when they're hot dogs. My mom is a spider. My dad is Spider-Man. Hey, there's a hyphen in there. Is it octodogs? Get this platoon out of here. They're squids. You're a squid, you're a kid, you're a hot dog. Man, these transformations are getting nuts. Platoon 4, hot dog time. We had totally different childhoods. Must have. She's a snake. Why would she have a childhood comparative to yours? Also, her dad's implied to be in her life, unlike yours. We laugh a little like a tear. Man, it's so funny that my life sucks. We enjoy a little bit of sightseeing before we get to the East End. We find the ladder. The East End? Dude, you're not moving the entire East End into place. Motherfucker's picking up the East End and like, we just pick up Bikini Bottom and move it somewhere else. I know what he means. They're talking about the ladder, but Jesus Christ, what a typo to make. After putting up a couple of streamers, we get to the large banner. Are these banners, like, are the people who own the stalls like, God damn it, these fucking banners, man? I'll tie this up here and you get the other. Are we doing the fucking Snoot Game ladder scene? Really? Sounds good. Whoa! You know, I really like the animation they did in Snoot Game because it's so fucking stupid. The Fang's little butt shaking, little tail. It's actually just a tail if I recall correctly. Also, we get to see her boots. Okay, So, I don't want to be pedantic. From another angle, this looks almost depressing. What do you mean? What I want to point out is the shoes are not equal. The way her laces are distributed isn't equal. They have the same amount of laces. I counted those. Also, I want to point this out. Why are there spikes? The middle part of this shoe is a flap. Why are there spikes like that on it? It's a flap. That's how the laces work. Shouldn't the spikes not be distributed on, like, the edge of it? That's really weird. But again, yeah, the laces are drawn incorrectly onto both of them. I think the artist did that lace trick where you draw the line and then you erase it, which is a very clever way of doing this. What I don't like is that he obviously used a perspective tool on the bottom laces. Like, come on, man! Also, her feet look uneven. The heels are not drawn properly because that is not how shoe heels tend to work out. Also, who the fuck needs elevating heels? She's massive already. Just keep looking away, don't stare. Dude, you've been staring at her non-stop. Why are you stopping now? A quick glance wouldn't hurt, right? Fucking hell. Can we just dunk Un in, like, the water here? Just dunk him in the pool? In the puddle of water that's scattered around? I look up at a quick glance at Alia's behind. So, like, for a guy who seems to be very much going in the direction of, like, a hedonistic party guy, Un does not act like a hedonistic party guy. He's like, man, a maze of mirrors. Once I get my pot ready, it's gonna be great. Once I take these mushrooms, the Hall of Mirrors is gonna be fucking awesome. None of that. We don't get that. It's like he's a party guy only when it's convenient for the plot, and only in ways that don't actually do anything. At the same time, she gets untying one side of the banner. I play it off by leaning to the side to look at her knot-tying skills. Unfortunately, as a person who knows enough about furries, I'm gonna tell you. Snakes don't have knots. You're thinking of canids. I'm mostly saying this because I know a bunch of people are gonna freak the fuck out. All I'm saying is that if she's got knot tying skills, you gotta worry about what's gonna happen in the bedroom, buddy. You ain't gonna like it. You ain't it. That won't go anyway. He's actually complimenting her capacity to tie a knot in the rope. Don't worry about me. I'm not staring at your ass. I'm looking at how cool you make knots, and he's not even honest. This is kind of skeezy, right? The main character's like ogling her all the time, and he's not like open and honest about it. It's kind of skeezy. Come on, dude. You're 18. Please set a better example. I hope not. With my luck, it would end up landing on some kid and making him drop his ice cream. It's a banner. He'll be fine. The ice cream won't be, though. I'm surprised they don't just drop it just from looking at you. Her smile quickly fades into a look of hurt. Didn't she explicitly, unlike the first greeting, try to be scary at him? Fucktard. What were you thinking saying that? I don't get Un. I don't get Un at all. You fully deserve whatever punishment she gives you. You. Uh-oh. Fucking. Here it comes. Better brace. A little prayer won't hurt. Let me just shake my little butt and put my hands together and get my little cross in my little hands and say, oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Jesus. I sure hope this won't hurt too much. Dear Lord, forgive her for what she's about to do to me. I deserve all the blame for what I did. Forgive her, and take all the blame, put it on me so that she just never stops smacking. Because I'm a little skeezy pervert. Dick. Oh yeah, you've already joked around having a penis. And now we're talking about nodding skills. I don't... If she turns out to be like trans, I'm going to flip my shit. Funniest shit I've ever seen. She playfully smiles and hits me on the arm while laughing. What? Sense of humor? What are you talking about? I'm alive? You didn't pound my face into the ground? Dude, do you remember the last few conversations you've had with her? She's not... In the famous words of the father, God have mercy, I don't. Thank God. I thought you didn't take it as a joke for a second. I feel like it'd be funnier if he said it like, God, I thought you couldn't take a joke for a second, because that is like way harsher and more accusatory. And it'd be like a fun way for him to be like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said it like that. You know, kind of ham on the idea that he's being an idiot. Nah, dude, I get the joke. I carry the ladder over to the other side. Gotta take the whole east side with him. Thank you for not pile driving me. When has she shown an interest in suplexing? I can tell the difference between a joke and being serious. Oh, I'm not autistic. Now Un gets to levitate. His shoes are drawn with parallel lines on his left foot, but on the right foot they are converging. What the fuck are you doing, artist? Where is my consistency in footwear? Also, Un, if you want it to be less hot, maybe don't wear black shoes. Those things are soaking up the sun and boiling your little footsies, especially if you're wearing socks. I climb the ladder and Aya hands me the other side of the banner. People always say, you're scary and all that, but I don't see it. You just mentioned how you were terrified of her hurting you. I lean to one side to get a better angle, and my terrible knot tying. Dude, you don't... I don't know why they call you Serpent Queen or Scary. I think you're cool. You're gonna call her Queen. I'm not even gonna entertain the skeezy jokes. I think gets enough of it as is. I'm having a hard time with this angle too. Man, I know that feeling. I was putting together some cabinets and I had to like screw in the things, and it's like the screws are on the left, on the left side, like they poke out towards the left, and I'm right-handed, and I'm like, I can't get this fucking screwdriver here because the door is in the way. Like, ugh. I'm having a hard time with this angle too. I shift my weight some more. Wait, are we doing an inverted snoot scene? What? That'd be cute. But the problem is that Un is the pervert here. And honestly, actually, that would work great. I would really like a scene where Un gets perved on, or is like in a situation, it's like, wow, this fucking sucks. People are such dicks for no reason. Can you stop talking about dicks? They haven't tried to... The ladder slips out from under my feet. I'm somehow laying on the floor, in front of Oya, who's become giant, I guess? I like how Oya's expression doesn't change to shock or anything. She's just like, well, here I go, holding this fucking numbnuts. I gasp and close my eyes as I fall. I quickly find myself in what seems like the arms of an angel. It's because you snapped your neck and died, buddy. I opened my eyes to look. But the look on Aya's face made me wish I hadn't. Wouldn't this be a great place to put his nice CG of like her just being pissed off? Just a headshot, really easy to get. Oh, she lowers her arms in this posture. This doesn't work. A look of sadness and loneliness washes over her face. Not even a dropping sound effect. You could steal it from the other games. Blunk. She drops me, running off. Splish, splash, sploosh. Wait! I start running after her. She's a lot faster than I am. I lose sight of her between the stalls and tents. Oh, you stop! What's wrong? I keep running straight, praying I'll catch even a glimpse of her. Yeah, don't say it like that, man. By some miracle, I see she's packing her backpack she had left behind with Freddy near the entrance. What? Clumsy sentence. Rewrite that. Just say she's packing her backpack, or say that you find her near near Freddy at the entrance, and then you mention the backpack. Like, split it up. She looks at me, eyes filled with tears, and she quickly looks away, running off again. What the fuck happened here? She puts her arm over her eyes to wipe away the tears. She doesn't realize that she runs into the street. The car blares its horn, its tires screeching. Oya is a deer in it. No, she's a snake. Too afraid to move. As a snake, she starts to play dead. For a moment, she looks to accept it. I'm sorry, what? I what? Listen, I'm sorry. I got to put my little beans down on this one. Um, are we are we escalating this? This is the next step we're taking. This is the next step in our relationship. Is that my girlfriend almost killed herself and I had to pull her from the brink? Un, I don't think I I've said before, right? I've said before that you shouldn't kill a character unless it's to significantly and purposefully advance someone's story or to wrap someone's story up, I guess. I don't know. Like, you gotta do something with it. And I mean, and when I say death is tacky, I mean that both in the sense of, like, it's a cheap way to get something done, and also death dramatically escalates the stakes, especially in a teen romance. These are people in high school. They might not have ever seen anyone die except maybe like their teacher or like their grandparents. There's a reason why Iadakon is the one to die. It's kind of tragic. It's early in life, but he's a teacher ultimately, so it's not too out of place. His weak health is kind of hinted at. There's a lot going on. So when he dies, sure, I do feel they could have done more with Iadakon to make it work without necessarily killing him. But, it's not the worst death in the world. You can't just introduce Aoya almost accidentally committing suicide into this fucking fic, man. You can't just do this. This so fundamentally alters the stakes and alters the relationship between Aoya and the world, and especially Un. Like, what? Like, let me put it like this. On a first draft, you're going to have big ideas. You're going to be like, oh man, this is great. You're going to write down that ridiculous scene that you shouldn't put in. And when you come back on the second draft, you're like, this is a bit much. And then you pluck it out. I've had so many times where I've escalated to violence, I've escalated to murder, and I'm like, this could work, but it too fundamentally alters the context and the flow and the setting. And like the characters are irrevocably changed by this in a way that my story has to now accommodate. I could introduce the concept later or sooner, softer. Like, I could hint at it and build up to it so that it doesn't feel like it. This is my Waterloo. For a moment, she looks to accept her fate. I feel like seeing the girlfriend you're perving over suddenly experience uh, her life flashing before her eyes would permanently make me no longer interested in this person. My sex drive would forever be tainted by the fact, like, even if I was the skeeziest pervert, I'd be like, every time I look at her, all I can think about is that she wanted to die. She was okay dying. She ran away in a panic, touching me, and was just okay dying. I don't think I could ever. I think I would friend zone if it ever went anywhere. I'd be like, I can't do this, man. Like, I'm sorry. I need therapy first. I need my own character arc. Thankfully, I was fast enough. Un, renowned character, known for his speed, agility, and capacity to act quickly under pressure. Un, who froze seeing Alya and what's her name, Trinity argue, who is going to freeze in the future and has frozen in the past over Alya being physically threatening. Oh yeah, he did that at the beginning of the game when she was in front of him. But now Un is like fast and action packed. Like, who is Un? I know it's easy to say that. I know that Porcupine eventually goes like, oh yeah, it's the Mary Sue, but Un has this weird, malleable quality to him that is similar to what Mary Sue's experience, where like their characteristics and traits kind of warp around to suit the situation. Except he's a loser. Why? Except he's a loser. I tackled her onto the sidewalk. Oh yeah, are you okay? How many bones did you break? Her face contorts to pure pain and sadness. Yeah, she's gonna have to process the fact that she almost dies for the next, like, couple of days, buddy. You might want to back off. She puts her hands over her eyes, gripping her face as hard as she can. Listen, I had a near-death experience or two over the course of my life, and I can tell you this. That shit does not blow over like dust in the desert. It's more like dust in your face after you've sweat a lot, and it's just stuck there now, crusty. The best you can hope is that it doesn't grind into your skin and leave a couple of scars. She puts her hands over her eyes, gripping her face as hard as she can. It's hard to tell the difference between pain and anger in her yell before she finally bursts into tears. God damn it. Or, as I like to say in binary domain, God damn! Ugh. Why is that like one of the default prompts in a stupid game? Alya, don't. You can't just stop me from dying. Un, I didn't even mean to kill myself, but you can't just save me like that. You're a loser, Un. You're a loser. You just show up and save my life. He whips her tail, hitting the floor with some frustration. I would like to point out that the background implies they're in the middle of a busy city, like a not unpopulated city street. There's like a dude in the background. Is no one going to walk over to the girl who just got tackled to the ground and seems to have avoided a car that was honking and screeching? Like, is no one going to be like, hey, are these teenagers okay? Do you live in New York? Dude. There's no, like, shops on the ground floor where a barista runs outside like, holy shit, I saw all that, what the fuck? Is there no one who's like, I'm a cop and a doctor, and coincidentally also a fireman? You don't want to know how I got here. It's a hell of a story. There's a reason why when people write suicide scenes, right? They put them in situations where no one else gets involved. Because otherwise someone's going to fucking get involved. Like the way, like, someone should involve, again, shouldn't the driver stop? Shouldn't the driver, like, stop and pull over and be like, hey, are you okay? I just feel like the scene feels so much more awkward with its placement. I feel like the background is not helping. If this was just a country road, it'd be a very different situation. Oh yeah, fuck you. Well, you keep talking about penises, so I imagine. Unk got the Ashley escort mission. Unk, poorest motherfucker on this side of the globe. Her words make me flinch. What did I do? I didn't expect a reaction like that. You're supposed to give me experience points. Fuck you for caring. I have the right to remain silent. Unsure of what to say. I was content being alone. Only having that... Okay, I need to remember. We're doing Olivia for... Only having that one idiot for something even resembling a friend. And now you come along and manage to push right through the wall I set up. What are you talking about? You're just stealing words from Wani now. Like, oh yeah, you seem to be frustrated with being perceived as scary, but you're the one being scary. And we can have a conversation about, like, I am what people tell me I am because it's the easiest way to get through life. Like, that's a fun conversation and character arc to have, but that's not the arc you're having. She can't help herself but cry. You show up acting all friendly. You show up acting all friendly to me, even when I just ignore it. Is this the fucking rain scene? Where she's like, Inko, I don't get you. Why are you such a himbo? Unk's not a himbo, though. I tried to leave, but you're right there next to me again. Now you're in my dance class, and for fuck's sake, I'm actually happy. I was gonna kill myself. I hate being happy. I hate being happy, Inko. Man, it'd be so fucking funny if I just replaced all of Unk's sprites with Anon. Oh, that would probably break the game right open because the sprites are fairly specifically placed. Might go off screen or something weird like that. All I could think of me is a big and scary monster. Should I say something? Should I do something? I should do something. Should I do? Oh god, it's the rooftop scene. We're supposed to let her vent. All right, let's get the grand revelation. This is a long video, but admittedly, we kind of got suckered into it. I should hear what she has to say. It's all everyone ever saw. So it's what I have to be in order to keep people away. So they wouldn't be judged or get funny looks or get abandoned like everyone else. What are you talking about? Unk's social life seems completely unaffected by being friends with you. Other than Trinity, I guess. And Trinity seems to be a loner. Everyone seems to hate her. That's the impression we get from, like, how little... Like, there's a reason why Mia hangs out with Kiara and Lunara, so that we get the impression that she has some social clout, instead of her just being a loner loser. People started telling lies about me. They spread rumors that I eat chickens. I only eat mice. Many friends I did have all just left me because they would start getting bullied or... What happened? Even then, he stuck around, and I don't get why. Because you hang out at his house? The impression you hang out at his house. I should say something. Should I say something? I should say something. No, she needs this. Now you're here watching me cry. You even saved me from getting hit by a car. Again, I feel like this should have a bigger impact than we're making it out to be. All I want for you is to leave me alone. Recently, I can't get through my day without you. I almost fucking died, Nico. This is way worse than a contest or, like, self-harm. This is straight up death. Like I said, death is tacky. Don't do it unless you have to. We spent half the day together. That's all I could think about. What about is appealing at all? Like, Anon and Fang mostly works because Fang is like, oh man, Anon, you share my interests. And you're not half bad of a guy. You like to talk shit with me. You know, they have those tiny little moments. And Inko likes to paint. Like, oh, god damn it. Walking home together is the thing. But I expect people to come along and say something. You never want to see me again. I don't want you to leave, but I think that's all you're gonna do. You silly, I'd catch a grenade for you. I wouldn't stop a train for you, but I would get in front of a car for you. Like you're trying to set up the perfect way to crush me. I really need to say... Give her a sad look. I'm just gonna flutter my puppy dog eyes at you. What the fuck is this game? The solution, Anon, is not to let Fang get something off her chest. It's to give her the puppy dog eyes. No. She needs to vent. I would like to remind you that... Whatever. I really prefer the original, because, like, Anon doesn't say all that much. It really is just a moment where Anon learns to listen to someone. Why did you have to save me from that car? Why couldn't you let me die? Shouldn't you be... Listen, I don't want to bring this up, but, like, the vast majority of people who attempt suicide are like, fuck, I should not have committed suicide. Or attempted to. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but most people, again, who get talked out of suicide situations are regretful and remorseful, and they feel bad about it, and they're terrified. They don't go, you should have killed... What the fuck are we... This is not healthy. Like, not even from just the writing perspective. I get that she's probably very emotional, but fuck. Please let me go out the easy way. I don't have friends in high school, so I'm gonna kill myself. Jeez, what a fucking loser you are, Alia. Like, I get that your life fell apart, but, like, things are looking up and you're... Also, it was implied that you didn't want to kill yourself. Like, it's implied this was going to be a car accident, not a suicide attempt, which, again, just fucking muddles this shit. Please just let me go out the easy way. You can jump off a building any day of the week. Oh, yeah, you don't need a car for that. That way I won't know if you're going to stab me in the back. That way I have at least one person who I could die thinking was actually treating me right. I sigh thinking of what to say. Go on, say it. Just let out everything you want to say. Just say something. Even if it's mean, just do it. Trinity did it years ago. She was my best friend. I trusted her with everything. And she threw it all away. She turns away, ready for the hypothetical knife. Oh, shit. We're What? Remember this background. What? On a country road. This does not look like the kind of road that a car would drive. Oh, no, it's pavement. There's like a little pavement line here. Also, this art's pretty good. It's not half bad. Her fingers look a little off, but like the overall pose is like, alright. Also, her hood does kind of ruin this. I don't think the author fully understood, like... Also, her mohawk looks way better. It looks... Listen, my bird character has a mohawk, and I draw it in a certain cartoony way for a reason. This does not look good. It does not look like it conforms to the contours of her skull. But here it looks so much fucking better. This is so much fucking better. Jesus. I like how her head actually has some volume to it and everything. First call, Hawaii, small town, New York, and country road, take me home. Scary Dave, you've never... What town is this? Did they ever give a name to this place? I tightly hug Alia. She turns her head down, thinking I'm giving her a hug out of pity. Also, I like how Alia looks so chunky in this. So big and beefy. Like, her intimidating size feels far more present in the way this picture is framed. Instead of Un looking like a baby and a child, like, sure, it's still got that mom and child energy, but it looks way more like she's just very tall for her age. Very, very chunky, big, voluminous, wide. Why would I say something that isn't true? What? You aren't the things others say about you. I mean, that alone is just a thesis statement. You aren't what people call you. You became what people called you. They haven't tried to get to know you. Anyone who would abandon their friend like that isn't worthy of being your friend to begin with. Could or would, which is better? Alia takes my hand into hers, sobbing more. I can't get through my day without thinking about you. A part of the reason the rooftop scene works as well as it does is that Anon kind of makes the declaration of, like, I don't know who the fuck I am. I don't know the answers, Alia. I'm a shit person. And I need to work on that. So partially it's Anon learning to listen, it's Fang getting to vent, and it's Anon realizing that he has to do something. Right? There is an element to this that is so absent in this scene. We've hardly hung out outside of school, but it feels like we've hung out every day of my life. It's because you're a sex pervert. I don't know how to get through the day without you. If you want, I wouldn't know what to do. I have to look at your boobies. I didn't save you because I wanted to hurt you. I saved you because I genuinely care. Get in front of Alia, giving her a look of compassion, showing her that I really care. We're hugging her again. Well, this time it's a real hug. It makes his shorts look all the goof. What is this ass? What the fuck is happening to Un's butt? What is the shape? Why does it look like a crotch? That's not how someone's butt works. He has no cheeks. Why are we in the suburbs? Oh, God, this fucking game, man. Also, I do like hair tail. Oh, no, it's chunkier here than it is here. Come on, tail thickness is important. Listen, I know someone who's really big into tails. You can't fuck this up. Again, the hood is obviously actually killing the pose he's trying to do because the hood's in the way of this. That's how hoods work. They're in the way of scarves and everything. Thank you. So worried. Sorry, I acted so cold at first. You're cold-blooded. It's fine. I thought you'd be the same as everyone else. You're more than anyone ever was. You could use the sob into my shoulder. Dude, relax your neck a little. Fucking Trinity. You two were friends. Best of friends. We met in middle school. Middle school? What could have broken them up? We're glued at the hip. Always hanging out and having sleepovers. Then we got to high school. She started getting more popular with some of the richer kids. She started leaving behind more and more. Like, again, we're switching to this back. Oh, man. I'm gonna need... I'm gonna need some time, man. I know that Aya is getting over her near-death experience with the greatest of ease. I'm gonna need some time to process it, okay? For both of them. For her and for me. Oh no, I think where this is going. One day I tried to get her attention, and one of her friends pushed me. They're rich kids. They don't push people. They get people to push people for them. I fell, and my pants snagged on something on the side, making them fall. Why couldn't your pants just get torn up? They all started laughing, even Trinity. So the room was saying I was a slut. I would expose myself to anyone for attention. This is... I got to the part where, like, her... I don't... This is not what I expected. And this actually is kind of bad. We'll get to why I think this is actually the... Gonna have to talk about this later, but now is not the time, and it's getting late, and I kind of want the scene to wrap up. As the years went, as the words died down, they became worse. She'd had to picture me into these screenshots from cheap pornos and claim they're... Dude! With the hood and everything else. She'd share them everywhere, and no one cared enough. They cared enough to look and laugh, but not enough to... What about Danny? Of course he did. I feel like this conversation is a lot more about, like, Oon, do you want to blemish your reputation hanging out with someone who didn't do anything wrong? Like, I don't know, man. What's the fucking message here? He's always so worried about everyone else that he doesn't take time for himself. He was there to support me, but he got the short end of the stick. Anytime he tried to defend me, he'd get ganged up on and even beaten. He'd tough it out and smile, but I knew he was hurting inside. Trinity took full advantage of everything. I saw that they get mad, I got into fights. Hurt people who didn't have anything to do with it. What? People are beating him up for defending you? When, like, the whole point is that you're terrifying and... What? I'm very confused what exactly your reputation is. I started to get so mad I got into fights where people didn't have anything to do with it. I forced people to stop until they left me alone, all of them. But Trinity, lowercase, she stopped with the rumors. But she started to confront me herself instead of bringing the whole school into it. Is this an improvement? I don't know. I gently rub her back. There, Mom. Oh, it takes a few deep breaths to calm down. You okay? I almost died, and I had a shit day, and truth be told, I kind of want to go to bed. Yeah, I think I got it all out. We should be going back. Betty is probably wondering why you almost got hit by a car. Like, the impression I got is that this is right outside of the fair, because she ran off and he ran after her, and it happened immediately afterwards. There was no chase. She gets up and wipes her face. I know that I often say, like, they're getting weirdly specific with the logistical details, but I feel like if the characters are anywhere other than directly outside of the fair, you gotta establish that. Because otherwise, why isn't Freddy getting involved? I'm just saying, there's a lot of oddities happening here where a little bit of clarification is needed, where clarification before was given when it wasn't. I, too, get up and grab her shoulders. I pull her into one last hug. Just want to hug that snake. You have to worry about them. I'm here for you. Oon, you are not the kind of person to ward off bullies. Like, what are you gonna do? Thank you. Thank you for saving me. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of making this awkward. Like, I kept looking at you weird. Tears streaking down her face. Remember the scene, remember the picture where, like, Fang has mascara running down her cheeks and there's blood on her fingers and wings and everything? Oh yeah, on their arms. Because they've been sobbing and... None of that here. Oh yeah, isn't even hurt. You're on my tail. I pick up my foot and stumble a bit. How the fuck did that happen? I'm sorry, I didn't know. How did that happen? It's okay, it didn't hurt. You're pretty light. She's just really strong. She could throw me across the street. Why do you keep the Not that I would mind. My girlfriend almost died and talked about having suicidal ideations. But now's the time to talk about how sexy she is. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, man. I am, Ooh. I hope Oon gets hit by a car. The fun part is, I think he does get hit by the car in ending one. We head over to the fairgrounds. Freddy doesn't look at all happy. We need to explain it with just a little break and need to finish up. He thankfully bought it. I mean, you did. There's not really a lie there. I don't need to be pissing off the class president. Freddy seems like an extremely understanding person. Why would Freddy be... angry. I get the impression that if you explained like anything, he'd be like, okay, fine, yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it. You finish up the rest of it, you're doing the hero still good a job that they will be secured. Dude, what the fuck are we doing? For inspection area, respect the proof of layout, blah, 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 blah. Jesus Christ. Any longer, it'll get sunburned. It's cloudy and raining. You're alright. I'll be fine. You can go home without looking out like that, because it gives you a look of confusion. Smiling like a cross on the street. Let's go get some ice cream on the street. What? I'm going to save this for later. I'm just going to end this session and this extremely big confusion on my end. Why the hell would a cold-blooded person ever want to eat ice cream?